everybody. It's Dale and Mary.
Hey everybody, this is Dale and Allison, and we are currently watching Dating Married. So, to start off, this is our first podcast, our first video that we'll be posting on YouTube for everybody to see, and we're excited to have you guys.
And hello, as he mentioned, my name is Allison. I am one of the co-founders of Dating Married, and we are really excited to get this going. A little nervous, but definitely excited. We have been planning this for a while, and we are ready to kind of take off running at this point.
Yeah, and so this is something that's been on our hearts for a little over 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so we really feel like this is something that can not only benefit our marriage, but then benefit the marriage and the engagements of others. So we're gonna go ahead and tell you guys what it's about, why we want to do this, and how this really got planted in our minds.
Okay, so as he was saying earlier, we planned it about 2 years ago. I think I actually came to you with an idea, and I was like, hey, we should do something where we're making some type of impact on other couples as well as ourselves.
And I was apprehensive about it. I'm super private. I don't talk about my business at all. Like, the people who know my business is my wife and my wife.
Yes, yeah, I think that's it.
Other than that, no one gets a peep out of me, So
I mean, it actually, he did kind of catch on to it and everything. And after kind of explaining myself and what I thought the impact it could make, he caught on. And we've been kind of planning this for about 1.5 years now, almost a year. I think since last year we've been kind of planning it, and now we're just kind of ready to go. What else was I gonna say? Sorry.
Well, you can talk about, like, how did it come to you? Why did you feel like?
Okay. So good question. Okay, so me and Dale we were really young parents. A lot of things were happening. We had just had a baby. Before having her, we did a lot of dating. Like, that was our thing. We were always together, always planning trips, always doing a lot of different kind of stuff. But once we had our daughter, that kind of just died down for a while. And then, of course, me being a wife, I'm at home all day with the little baby. I'm like, we need to spend time together. Like, what's going on? We need to go. I want to go on a date, take me out, wine and dine me, the whole 9 yards. And so I think after us kind of going back and forth about that, fast forward to now.
Super loud.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, but keep going. Yeah. Sorry, guys, first video.
Well, I'm naturally loud, though. I can't.
Mic just right here.
Okay, well, fast forward to now. I recently graduated college, and so in the past 1.5 years, me and him have been doing a lot more stuff. So we have been, I've been taking him out, and he's been taking me out. And so now we came up with this strategy where I plan one date night and he planned another date night. And so and that just kind of ties into what we are trying to do, which is helping, being another example for other couples and helping them too as well. That's our biggest thing, because being a wife, you automatically think that everything is about you. I will say I'm one of those people. Like, I'm like,
Yep.
It's all about me.
Yep.
Take me out, do this to me. But I was not doing that same thing to my husband. So he would take me out, but I would not reciprocate that. So, and after us kind of going back and forth about what he wants and what he wants out of me, the things that he like, and I started literally being thoughtful and listening to everything he said precisely, even if I have to write it down and go back and look at it again to make sure that I may get him that really nice gift that he talks about, or take him somewhere really, really nice. Oh, they're just pausing. And so it just kind of turned into something where we enjoy it. Like, we surprise each other for every date night that we do. I'm actually planning a date night this weekend, and he has no idea where we're going. Even though I want to tell him, but I'm not going to tell him.
I'm going to tell him before the date. She can't hold water for nothing. So yeah, especially with me being a guy, I had always been the romantic type. Like, I could swear by the notebook. But as we got married and the fun started getting low, especially once we had our kid, it was just like, okay, well, how many times can I take her out to the movies and dinner without her being bored? You know what I'm saying? And so it was just finding ways to be creative, whether you're on a budget, whether you have a little extra money to blow, to kind of show your appreciation to your spouse. Instead of always being complacent and just, doing the usual routine of going to work, coming home, watching a TV show, Netflix, and no chill, and
No chill.
and just doing that over and over again. And so we feel like we're dating married, we can kind of go ahead and kind of making an event in a sense of giving people something to look forward to every month. Now, I'm not saying that just because we do something every month that you guys shouldn't have separate dates. No, that's not what I'm saying. But it gives you guys a chance to kind of build that community, to being around other married couples, and kind of uplifting the engaged couples to hopefully get married and be in the same place that you are, and actually kind of get advice from others, because we got married young. I got married at what, 25, 24?
I was 24, you were 24. We both were 24.
Right. So like, we're babies, and there's not a lot of advice we can get. That's like, what I'm saying, like people our age who are going through what we go through, and so we want to build that. We really want to build that for others, not even just for ourselves. So we feel like this can be a good building block, and be that tool and that necessary resource for others to use.
And another thing that you touched on is, like, to me, I felt like we were too young to be feeling this old. I know I don't like living a routine life, and I'm pretty sure you don't like that. Like, that spark kind of just died down, and it took a toll on everything that we were trying to do. So we're 24, 25 years old, and we're not doing a lot. We're literally being parents and adulting at that point. So, and that's the thing, is we want to cater to people who are parents, engaged, married. If you are any type of relationship where you need to get out the house and you want to spend quality time with your spouse, this is definitely the way to do it. And we're going to make sure that you get out, you have a good time. We have so many things planned for you guys that we want to do, and we're going to have a great time. And that's a great way for you to kind of fellowship. You get to know other people, you make friends, and honestly, we're learning from you just as much as you're learning from us. So that's the beauty of it. It's not just me and Della just taking. We're taking from you guys too, because relationships, it's a journey with that person every single day, and you're going to learn from that person as well, but we're learning from couples too.
Now, one thing I do want to put an emphasis on is we are targeting married and engaged couples.
Married and engaged. Sorry, singles.
And
we love you guys.
Not even just singles, but just the typical boyfriend, girlfriend. And the reason, we're not going to shun you, but we want people who are willing to take that next step to being with their spouse for a long term. The reason I say that is because we feel like marriage is under attack. Divorce rates at an all-time high. People aren't willing to stick it out with people that they want to be, or who see a future with each other. And while that can be a good and bad thing depending on the type of relationship that you're in, whether it's bad or good, we want to focus on the ones who are willing to say, hey, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. What can we do to make this last? And we feel like that's the best way to go, especially when society is constantly telling us to just smash, hook up, and then leave the spouse.
Yes.
And that's not something that we want to advocate. Yeah, it can be fun, but I came from that world, and honestly, I didn't find it fulfilling until I finally got with my wife. And so that's who we're shooting for, and that's who we really want this to benefit. So you want to go ahead and tell them what we have planned, what all we want to do?
Oh, you want to go there? Okay, I actually have some questions for you.
You ask the questions.
So, this is probably getting off topic, but I want to know. So what was your favorite date night with me? What was your best date night that I've either planned for you or just with us together?
I would say the best date night you gave me would be the week. I wouldn't say date night. It was like a date weekend, because So while I went to the University of North Texas, my favorite college I always wanted to go to and visit, and the team I root for are the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah.
And so, as a gift, she took me to go watch the UT BYU game. And so she surprised me with the tickets, and we drove all the way to Austin to watch the game. Fortunately, that was the game where they broke the single rushing record on us. And that was demoralizing.
Yeah.
But
It was a good game, though.
it was a good game. But we spent the entire weekend out there, hung out in downtown Austin, and just had a blast. But that was, to me, that was memorable because, like, she paid attention to the things that I liked and the things that interest me. And when she put it to action, like, it showed that she was really listening to me. And so
I do.
sometimes, but yeah, that's probably the best date weekend. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
So what about you?
Oh, there's so many. Can I give you a recent one?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's yours. It's your answer.
See, things I don't have, because Dale is like really good with dates. Like, he's really, really good
That nigga.
with dates. And so I have so many off the top of my head, but the most recent one, the past two recent ones he did, which was salsa dancing, because I love, love, love to dance. And I take a Zumba class, and I've been taking that for like 3 years since I've had Nayana, and I freaking like love dancing. And he took me to a salsa dancing class, and I want to go back, but it was a lot of fun. And then another thing, he took me, went to NRH2O a few weeks ago. That was our most recent date that we did, and man, I was a big kid. Like, it was just me and him, no kids, and we were just, and it was a good day. Like, the weather was really nice. There were hardly any people there. We were on a Friday night. Usually on Friday nights, you getting off work, you ready to go home and go to bed. You ready to go home and relax and Netflix and no chill. You know, like, that's what you're ready to do. So for us to turn around and go, like, come home, put on a swimsuit, and then go swimming, and then we was there all night, and we had so much fun. Like, it was like, we rode the same rides like 5-6 times. Like, and I love stuff like that. And so and it just, he's catering to what I like, but I'm doing that same thing vice versa. And that's what we're trying to get couples to do more too, that ladies, you know, you have to pay attention to what your man like to as well. And men have to do that same thing vice versa, but mainly ladies, because usually we're the ones that we like to be pursued. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm pretty sure some of you guys are like, oh my gosh, she's crazy. Like, no, I need my man to take me out.
But pursue your nigga too.
Yes, you have to
Pursue
pursue him too. You do. He likes things. He likes to go out, you know, and no telling what it could lead to that later on that night. Just saying, you never know. Or even just that person feeling grateful, and it kind of, I know with Dale and I, it like sets us up for it makes us excited, and it sets us up for the next day. Every time it gets better and better and better, because now we're like, okay, what can I do to top this date? What can I do to top that date? Because I know, like, he did really good on this last date, so I gotta go all out on the next one, you know. And so you have, and it just makes it more exciting. It makes it more, that spark that probably wasn't there before, it's there now, because you're spending quality time together. It's not just like he said, Netflix and chill and football. It's not that. Like, you're actually spending quality time together, and so that's what we want to do.
Yep. Here's what I think will happen, honestly. I feel like things are going to start off slow, of course. We're a new group where people don't know us. But I feel like as we grow, we get more people, that we'll just continue to go to further places, do bigger dates and nicer things. And
Like a ski trip.
so clearly there was a hard break in there. But like I was saying before, where I think this can go is us starting off as a small group at first, and then us growing into a large, big community to where the small date nights become bigger date nights as we go along. So, like, you know, we may start off having brunch somewhere, and then the next one may be paintballing, but then the next one is us renting out a movie, or the next one is us going on a weekend trip. We have big plans for this, And honestly, it's just what we're just doing whatever God wants us to take us to. We are Christians, and we do rely on God giving us whatever we can handle. And even if this stays super small, we're going to continue to do this to be able to help those who not only need help, but also just need that spark that they're looking for.
Mm-hmm. I know one thing I always, or one thing I told you was, as long as we're able to reach one person, like one couple, I'm perfectly fine with that. Because community and fellowship is everything. Being around people who are like-minded like you, who can push you and make you better. And we're all about positivity and just having a great time. And me and Dale are like real silly. So I think he's probably sillier than me, but real silly. Like, we like to have a really, really good time. And so, like, as long as we can read, like, this is not no huge, or if it makes it big, yeah, that'd be awesome. That's a blessing. But it's not something that me and him are banking on. We just really want to just help others, be there for others, support, things like that, with us starting Dating Married.
Yep. So here's what you can expect. So we want to have weekly content for you guys once a week, of course, because it's weekly. But it's going to come in different forms. So the first week, we're going to start off with a podcast. Every first week of the month, we're going to have a podcast. So that'll be us talking about either daily challenges like household chores, who watches the kid, dealing with step parents and your own parents, and dealing with family members, and just whatever comes to mind that usually happens in relationships. Then in the second week of the month, we're going to have interviews. So every month we're going to have a couple of the month. So like a couple spotlight, if that makes more sense. And with that, we're going to showcase a couple's story in a sense of how they get to where they get to, what makes their story unique, how do they handle their date nights, and them giving us different tips. And I feel like that's going to be beneficial, so that way not only you guys hearing from our point of view, because eventually you're going to get tired of hearing this nigga's voice, but you're getting a different perspective from different couples, because at the end of the day, there's no one marriage that's the same as the other. At all. So I feel like as we continue to introduce more couples and introduce more relationships, it'll give others a chance to kind of not only learn from their growth, but actually learn from their mistakes as well, while also stealing some of their tips on dates. So, and then from there, the third week is where things get fun. So every third Saturday, we want to host an event to where we get to not only meet you guys, but have a Dating Married date night. And this is the main purpose of the Dating Married. So yeah, so every third Saturday of the month, we're going to have an event to where we all get together, have a fun date night, and just not only fellowship, but actually meet the people behind the comments and the likes, and, you know, kind of get to not only meet us, but just meet others. We want this to be a community to where not only you're inviting yourself, but you're inviting your married friends, you're inviting your engaged friends, and you just have a fun date night to where we're all out there having fun. And me personally, I'm gonna figure out a way to where whatever date night we do, if we get a big enough group of us where you can use a code to get a discount. I think that'd be something that's really cool, something different. So that way, because it's hard to go on so many dates and stuff, and you may have a date set up the week before, but then, you know, we set up the third week, and it's just like, damn, okay, I really want to go, but, you know, the funds are looking kind of funny. We want to make it affordable for everybody to go, and we're going to give you guys enough of a heads up so you can plan and get babysitters and things of that nature. And then from there, after the date night, that's the third week, I believe the fourth week would be another podcast. So the fourth week would be a podcast, and we'll recap the date of the week. or the third date of the month. Well, the first date, whatever date, you know what I'm talking about. We'll recap that and actually take any questions and kind of take the feedback and talk about how it went, what we're looking forward to, and keep that on a strict schedule so you guys know what to expect every single week. And I believe once we build enough consistency that you guys will have something to look forward to from us. So to recap, podcast first week.
Yeah.
Second week, the couple spotlight.
Yeah, couple spotlight.
Third week is the date
night.
And then the fourth week is
Another
another podcast. And then roll that over, because you do 4 weeks in a month, to the next podcast. So we'll follow that on every Wednesday, except for date night. Date night will be that Saturday. And if there's a fifth week, we're taking a break.
Yeah.
There's a fifth week, we're taking a break, or a fifth
Which
Wednesday.
rarely happens, except during Christmas, I think.
So,
Yeah, but and a lot of the information, if you end up like missing this podcast or something, or you probably get the cliff end of it, I guess. A lot of it will be showcased on our page. We do have a Dating Married page on Facebook, and we also have a Dating Married page on Instagram. Please, and we have an email. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, or just, you just want to say hi, we're nice people, you want to say hi or something like that.
Just
please
don't be
comment.
a thought in the message. Don't be a thought in the
Please
message.
don't. We had somebody write on our page, I think when we first started the page, which was like a week ago, saying, "Hey, baby," and we don't know what was going on. We just like
some Nigerian nigga, but
yes,
nothing was posted or nothing. He just saw my wife's face and just got excited.
Yes, he was attracted to Dale all the way. Had nothing to do with Allison. But yeah, so please, feel free to just email us or message us on our social media accounts, and we can, everything be posted, updated every week. So yeah.
And if you see us in person, just wave.
Say hi. Please do not be that person that you walk right past us, but then you write us on social media and you're like, "Oh, hey, I seen y'all at Walmart the other day." And we're like, "Well, why didn't you say hi?" Please speak. Please say hi. Please
just don't be creepy. Do not be creepy. I'm letting you know right now, I am 6'1", 205. I have hands. Someone will catch him if you run up on me, my wife, or my kid the wrong way.
Oh, God.
I'm letting you guys know that right now.
You're going to scare them to death.
Hey, I gave him a warning.
What's our email? Can you give my email?
Our email is datingmarried@hotmail.com. Once again, it is datingmarried@hotmail.com. All one word. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Yes, thank y'all so much for just the support and just listening. We're excited.
We're super excited. I do want to let you guys know that we will have videos that will accompany the podcast. So if you like watching YouTube, we'll have a video for that. If you just like watching podcast or listening to podcasts, then we'll take the audio from the video so you can listen away on the car. But we're gonna make this first month a series where you guys get to know us. So first episode will be how we met.
Yeah.
Second episode will be why we decided to settle down and get married.
Yeah.
And then the third one will be how we last and how we overcame obstacles and challenges.
Hard.
And will there be a fourth one?
I don't know.
We'll let you guys know. But for sure there's going to be 3. And to kind of give you guys a cliffhanger, if you don't know, I met my wife off Twitter.
Yes.
So
he slid in my DMs.
For those laughing and saying I can't find a man on Twitter, on social media, I got married off social media.
You can find them. They're there.
So thank you guys for listening. Like we said before, we have great plans for you guys, and we just hope and pray that not only does this take off for our sake, because my daughter needs to go to college, but for your sake to help heal any broken marriages and solidify any unions of engagements. So
yes. And great sex.
Great sex. Not the 15 pumps and you
Yeah.
nut and you're done for. Like a good 38 pumps.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think 38 is a good number. 38 is a good, like right before your legs start to give out. Yeah. So
All right, you guys. Thank y'all so much for listening.
peace.
Bye.